Good morning. Beautiful day, Sunday. I got a couple people asking me how my chickens are laying so many eggs in the wintertime, throughout the winter here. Here's a couple factors. My chickens are young. I still have some that ain't old enough to lay yet, and they're still a few weeks out. But we're averaging about 30 eggs a day out of 40 chickens. And one of the biggest reasons is how we feed them. You know, we just don't buy grain from like the farm store or the feed store. We actually raise what they call fodder, and what it is sprouted barley, organic barley seeds. You can see how tall it is. This is 7 days. Day 7 we feed. And then we also, I do throw a little bit of corn down just to be able to get it in the pen, so they have, I want them to scratch and stuff. We're doing the layer system in their run. So I'm trying to build up a 6-8 inch base with sawdust from my wood shop. And as it breaks down next spring, I'll be able to take the top layer off and have 6-7 inches of good compost. So by feeding the barley seeds, what you have is you got the roots, the seeds that sprouted, and then you have this beautiful grass that they need all the nutrition. And instead of just feeding regular chicken feed, scratch, crumbles, which you ain't nothing against that, I just don't choose to feed my animals that way, is that this is 90% digestive. So they're not crapping out all the nutrition from a regular crumble or a scratch food that you would buy. And it's not medicated. There's no artificial flavors or nothing. And they love this stuff. I mean, they fight over it. My chickens, they need 10.5 pounds of feed a day. And we do half fermented seeds, like we use wheat, barley, and rye. We ferment that. We give that in the evening, and then I give them this, midday. After they're out scratching around a little bit, I'll make sure all the little bit of corn I throw out, I make sure it's cleaned up. And then I break this up in pieces, because if I don't, it's a fight. So that's why I think we get eggs, they don't fail us, because free range chickens need grass and stuff, and the stuff that the green on top of this barley produces is a good nutrition for the chickens. So we're going to feed all our animals like this. We got pigs coming in April, market pigs that will be butchered in October. They'll be getting fermented seeds, grains, and hay. It's a mixture, and it's fermented in milk. And then our meat birds, which we order tomorrow, they'll be getting fodder, and some of them be on a tractor, but I live on 3/4 of an acre. So we're actually raising our own food on 3/4 of an acre, which most people say you can't do that. That's their drawback. How am I supposed to be self-sustained if we only live on a half an acre? Well, it can be done. I mean, I have a nice sized barn that when my daughter was home, she literally raised 7 cows at a time and sold. We kept 2 and we sold the rest, or we bargained, we traded. So it can be done. And I have a big wood shop that takes up a good part of my, it's bigger than my house footprint. So we literally are farming probably on about under half an acre, running, we're going to have chickens. We're using the old horse barn from my daughter's horse. That's what we're going to run our meat birds in. And then we're actually building a platform for our red wattles. And that's the type of pig we're raising. We're going to do 3 a year, and if it works out this year, already we have 1.5 sold, and we're keeping 1, so we still have another half that ain't spoken for. But if it seems to be all good, I'll build another platform and we'll do 6 next year, or we'll do 2 groups. I'm trying not to butcher in the middle of summer, but it might have to, depend on what people want. Our biggest thing is why we're doing this, like we raise meat birds, butcher them to sell, is because I don't know if you've seen the shelves. Meat prices are going through the roof. And we're trying to give the best product possible at the cheapest price. You're not gonna be spending $8 a pound for chicken breasts. You'll be able to buy the whole chicken. We're hoping somewhere around $4 or $5 a pound, and it's all based on feed. Right now, this first run, we got a good customer base with our personal farmers that we buy direct from. We're not buying our grain from a feed store, nothing. We're going direct to the farmer, and we're getting a little better prices, so we'll be able to keep our per pound price down. So when you see bacon at $8, $9, $10 a pound, you'll be able to buy a half a hog from us for like maybe $6 a pound, and you'll get pork chops, but however you want it processed. We're trying to do the best product at the cheapest price. We're not planning on retiring and selling 3 pigs, obviously. Actually 2 pigs. We're keeping one for ourselves because we don't want to go to the store and buy any anyway. But the reason I got on here was just to show the fodder that we actually grow this in the house right now because it's too cold outside, but we'll be moving that operation to the barn and raising it on more of a bigger scale, bigger pans. We'll probably be doing somewhere around a couple 100 pounds of fodder a day. What's nice about fodder, it's 1 pound of seed. It equivalents to 4 or 5 pounds of fodder. And if you get it dialed in right, it could produce up to 7 pounds of fodder. Me raising it in the house, it's kind of not a perfect environment because I can't put the automatic waterers on it. And when I leave, one nice day out, I'm outside all day. I'm not in there watering every few hours. But once I get it in the barn, I'll set it up. And if you water it 3 or 4 times a day, you get a better product. But I'm actually growing only half at a time. Once we get out in the barn, I'll be growing the whole 12 pounds of feed. And we'll still give fermented food, but we won't have to give as much fermented food because they'll get everything they need out this fodder, and then they'll be on some grass. They'll be, but by summer, spring here, the grass will start growing and they'll be released out on that. So, but the cost of fodder, it'll knock your feed cost 90%. So, in fermenting your food will cut your cost 50%. So, if anybody wants to learn more about that stuff or want to talk, PM me, and we can set up. You guys can come out and visit here, and I can go through them different feed ways. But I know that's some of the biggest drawbacks that people say. 1, they don't have enough property. 2, the cost of feed for what they're getting. And 4, no, I guess we're at 3. The time it takes. I heard a couple people say, I used to do fodder, but that takes an extra half. I have 15 minutes a day in growing fodder. Well, 15 minutes, if it saves me $500 a month on feed, that 15 minutes a day, that comes out to be, that pays me a lot of money by the hour. So I'm hoping today we start our greenhouse, and if I do, I'll take a little video of it. But we're going to raise our own food from here on out, and we still have beef from the last cow, but we do baby beef, so we'll have in the spring or during the winter we'll be getting a calf, and next year we'll be raising our own beef again. And we're hoping not to go to the store. I make our bread, and we're going to make a lot more of the bread stuff, and we just got a recipe to make crackers, so we're going to try that. If we like them, we won't buy crackers, but you'll be very little that we'll have to buy at the store. And anybody can do it, So if you got any questions, PM me, give me a call, and I'll go over it with you. You guys have a great day. Enjoy the weather.